Woo! And that's the way we're kicking off Sendit Sunday this week. Tim Van Dam in Tenerife, going for the double.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Yes, that's how it goes. But more on his story in a bit. We're also going to be doing some speed stuff. There's been records been broken. But first, we have to address the boobies from last week. Yes, there was controversy. Controversy? Can't even say the bloody word. Controversy. Yes, boobs on the thumbnail. So we're sorting it all out this week, because this week we're going to feature cocks. Oh, yeah, mate. Oh, yeah. Yeah. James Cox, to be precise. You dirty-minded people out there. How dare you? Yeah, James Cox, the Southbourne Ripper, because he is known for never crashing, never getting his hair wet, landing every move. Well, we have found some rare footage. Check out this. Yes, Coxie goes down. Coxie goes down pretty hard from the side as well. Ooh, yeah, love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. We're also going to get technical this week. We're going to be talking about tri-fins and quad fins. Well, in later videos, because that has been a thing. I've seen Federico online posting about the quad fin and tri-fin, and the girls from Pozo Wins. Yes, I did say Bozo Wins. Sent me this. They said, Ben, quad fin or tri-fin? You guys, girls at home, let me know. What do you prefer? Tri-fin or quad fin? Yeah. I went there just to wind you up. Okay, let's talk about speed, because it has been windy and there's records been broke. I've heard, or it's loose because I haven't got confirmation of this. Did I read or hear that Vincent Wagner's South of France just broke the open water record, or maybe a GPS 500 record? I'll get confirmation, but keep your eyes on what is going on. Heidi Ulrich as well, who's coming up in the podcast on Wednesday. I think she just broke the record as well. So it is all going off, and there's some great footage coming out. It looks like they've had perfect conditions. So keep your eyes on the internet. That stuff will be dripping through as we speak. I also got sent this. Yeah, this is John van der Rijck, 45 kilos. On a 4.8, smashing out the speed. So good to see these young rippers coming up in different disciplines. And you notice that, the Netherlands, where this is, or up that way, there's a good community of speed sailors, and it brings it up. We've seen in Pozo with the juniors, bringing the juniors up. And that's what you need. You need those communities, those groups of people which push together, which get the kids into the sport. But they need somewhere to go. They need a top level. So in wave sailing, well, the PWA has joined with the IWT to bring a more structured competition. We've seen it in other sports like kitesurfing, where they have lots of different organisations. They're all fighting against each other. So good to see with the PWA joining with the IWT. And we've had a couple of events. Obviously, Japan, we saw happen. They didn't get a final result. They got to, I think, the final 8. But there's been another competition just happened in Chile. Now, this wasn't a 5-star event. How it works is there's 5-star events, which are full points, 100% points counting towards the tour, and then there's a 4-star, which I think is around 40% of the points or 50% of the points. So I think a win gets you around a 13th, 14th place. So it's not the best. So I wasn't actually sure how many people would turn up to Chile, because Chile's such a good spot, but it's only 50 or 40% points. I tell you what, quite a few people turned up. They didn't go to Japan, but chose to go to Chile. So we had some big names there. No bigger than Philip Costa. Guess who won? Yeah, it was Philip Acosta. I saw the final, the raw footage of the final, and he looked in good form, sailing at Matanzas. So as far as I know, it was Philip Costa in first place, second place Camille Juban, so also a big name in second place. Third place Julian Salmon, good to see him up on the podium. And then fourth place Baptiste Clarec, RRD rider, up in fourth. You know, there was Leon Jammer over there, Dieter van der Eycken, plus a whole host of local rippers. It looked a super good competition. in the women, saw Jane Seaman take home the win. Really good to see her when I was over in Australia. She was obviously ripping it up and winning competitions, taking down some Pilloway riders. So interestingly, some other obviously rippers in the women, names that I've not heard of. Bjort in second place, Caroline in third. Again, new names for me, but really good to see. And with the IWT, you know, in a 4-star event, brings the whole family in there. So we've got the Masters, we've got the Open class, and it looked like a really good competition. I think over 70, 80 competitors. And I think they weren't expecting that. So really good things to come. It's a changeover year, and I think we're going to see things go from strength to strength on that front. But really good to see a successful event and to see they had really good conditions. I think a lot of the guys who've gone out are staying out, so I'm sure we're going to see some footage of that. So, right, let's go back to Tim van Dam. Yes, Tenerife, it has been going off. I've been a bit jealous. I've been here in Portugal. It hasn't been windy, and over there it's just been firing. So I got sent this video from him. Yeah, he's been absolutely ripping up, pushing out the big stall forwards. Yeah, he loves a big stall forward. He's obviously been working on his turns. He's got a really heavy back foot, sends up loads of spray. I think I also saw a wave 360 in there. And this is a guy who sort of stepped out of windsurfing, took a back seat. Well, I think he went to do some studying or do something else for a bit, but now he's come back and he looks as hungry as ever. But the main move on his head has been the double forward loop, and he's been pushing hard. Yeah, that was the opening clip, but I mean, that is just absolutely crazy. Did make a couple by all accounts, but I just saw on his social media, he's just savaged his foot. Check out this. In the hospital getting stitched up. So I just sent him a quick message to see what was going on. He says, well, I've kind of lost feeling in the foot, which is a little bit worried. But the doctors say it could be just down to the initial impact of it. So we hope he's okay. Fingers crossed. And he's back on the water as soon as possible. It looks like there's a fair few stitches involved there. Okay, you guys at home, send us your clips in. I need your stuff to be able to make these videos. Otherwise, we'll end up like those Paul Van Bellen videos. And you know you don't like them, apparently. So, yeah, send it at Windsurfing.TV. We obviously run the competition the other week for a Windsurfing.TV hat, which was Guess the Rider. We had this shot from Fuerteventura a fair few years ago now, and you had to pick which one it was. I thought it was pretty easy. A lot of you got the right answer. And it was, of course... No, it wasn't Sarah Keaton. No, it wasn't. It was, of course, Steven van Broekhoven. So I'm going to pick out a random winner from the members. You have just won yourself a hat. So if you want to enter those random competitions, we're going to be doing more giveaways. Maybe we're going to give away a board pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to join the members club, just chip in some beer money, support the channel like these legends supporting us when people were dropping off. Yes, you get extra credit, I reckon. But if you want to be like these, you just have to chip in some beer money in the last 12 months. And then any competition we've done, you can do it and you will feel good about yourself, feeling you've supported the channel and the videos you watch every week. You know who you are. So we've had a theme in the last couple of Sendit Sundays. We've had a theme of things to look out for when windsurfing, and a lot of comments was saying turtles, turtles, turtles. Well, here you go. Here's a turtle to look out for. Yeah, Euron sent me that in, and it is like that. If you ever go to Maui and places like this, you do have to keep your eyes peeled. But it's not just wildlife. The gear is a problem. Yes! That's Severn Sale, which brings us on to the sponsors. SevernShop.com. Yes, still supporting Sendit Sunday, but watch out for the gear. It can get you. Harness lines are the tricky one. Always like hooked in, catapulting. Yeah, nasty. Always make sure you get out the harness lines. But another one that doesn't get mentioned enough is wind. You have to look out for wind. Yeah, even on the beach, but no, I'm talking about on the water, especially if you're on a big board. Check out this RSX style. Who has been there? Who has been there? I know I've been there. You're trying to push it, you're trying to get it lifted, and then the wind just picks it up and dunks you in. Yeah. Okay, right, we've got to go back to the UK now, and this is Project Dave, based in Grafham Water, and we've got the whole crew. We got first up, we got a fast hack from Tony. It needs a bit of work, Tony. Apparently, he was avoiding a swan. He would go for his normal jibe, but there was a swan in the way. Yeah, a little bit rusty, next up, we've got Ian. Yeah, and this is the carb jibe with a freaking amazing ghost. Check out that big gust as he comes in, lets the whole thing go. Yeah, definitely get an award for a ghost rider. And last, but by no means least, we have got Andy. Just coming in, foiling away, sees the camera, wants to show off, goes for the foil jibe and just steps off the inside. He looks quite relaxed there. I like it. It's just like, yeah, no. I'm not feeling it. So cheers to Dave for sending that me. If you want to follow him on YouTube, Project Dave Windsurfing, I think it is. He's been injured. He's had a bit of COVID. That's why he's been filming. But he's going to be back on the water soon. So we'll look forward to videos from him. I do have a question for you. Should we bring back Surfwagens? Yeah. Should we bring it back? Should we feature cars like this? Or maybe this? Do some reminiscing about the old times if we should send them in. I know I got sent a load, but if I didn't feature your Surfwagen, feel free to send them again, because we are bringing the Surfwagen Yars back, yes. And we're also going to be doing the man caves, where we're going to be looking around people's garages. Only one thing left to say, that no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to Sendit.